After his excellent third place at the Qatar Grand Prix, Fernando Alonso said that he felt ready for an F1 title fight again in 2022. And a look at this season's constructors table might suggest that that is a bit optimistic. But Alpine actually have a few reasons to be quietly confident heading into next year's rule change. Let us know what you think of Alonso and Alpine's chances in the comments, but for now, let's assess their title credentials for next year. 2022 is a big reset in F1's rules, and Alpine seem well placed to at least make progress towards the front of the grid. Many have suggested that Ferrari could be set to be successful in 2022, having switched development to next year's car earlier than others, but Alpine actually did exactly the same. Ferrari made the switch to their new car in around June time, and Alpine followed suit in July, while the championship contenders, McLaren and Aston Martin, have continued to bring updates later in the season. And Alpine have also been the only engine manufacturer not to update their engine this season, as confirmed by their executive director Marcin Bukowski, who said, "It's the same engine we are using for the third consecutive year, with very small changes in 2020 and 2021, but it's the 2019 engine we are using. As a result, some of our competitors have made gains that we haven't." Alpine are planning to introduce a brand new upgraded engine alongside their 2022 car, so unlike we saw with Ferrari with their significant upgrade at the Russian Grand Prix, we can't gauge how much performance Alpine's new engine is going to be worth. But Bukowski has given some indication of how much they could gain from this, saying, "We had to delay our new power unit, which has beyond improvements to propulsive power and energy management, the kind of usual things that make the car quicker on a straight line. It also has new architecture and changes that are designed to address some of our weaknesses compared to our competitors. We've decided to put all of our efforts into 2022, so it's a strategic decision. I believe it's the right one, but it's painful because we've lost ground to our competitors." This decision has left them battling with Alpha Tauri for 5th in the Constructors' Championship, whereas last year they were in the fight for 3rd. But it could pay dividends should they make a big jump forward in 2022. And of course, there have been periods in the team's history under their various names where they've been incredibly successful, even if they haven't had the easiest of times in recent years with various management and structure changes. When Renault reclaimed the team from Genai Capital in 2016, they had a mammoth rebuilding job at hand, and they finished that year 9th in the constructors' standings. Steady improvements have seen them climb back towards the front of the midfield since then, scoring the odd podium along the way, but they've never looked like troubling the top teams in the hybrid era. But we shouldn't forget that this is a team with a history of sharp rises and falls. Michael Schumacher's titles for Benetton in 1994 and 1995 were followed by gradual decline until the team was bought by Renault in the early 2000s. The French manufacturer then turned them into title challengers again, winning back-to-back titles with Fernando Alonso in 2005 and 2006. Another dry spell followed after this, with Renault pulling out, before they rebounded with competitive seasons as Lotus in 2012 and 2013 with Kimi Raikkonen at the wheel, before another decline after that. And although I wouldn't call them sleeping giants, Team Enstone have proven in the past that they're capable of being F1 challengers when they have the right backing. The Alpine rebrand and F1's introduction of a cost cap seems to have secured their future, at least in the short term. Could these factors play into their favour next year, as they've shown in the past that they can deliver when they have that stability? They also, of course, have the benefit of a world-class driver that's hungry for a 3rd World Championship. The 2022 season will come 10 years after arguably Fernando Alonso's best year in Formula 1, and it will likely be his best opportunity to challenge for a title again since then, if the Alpine is up to the task. After his 3rd place in Qatar, Alonso said, "If we are in the position, I feel strong, I feel ready to take the battle," and I don't have to tell you who he was talking about taking the battle to. And considering how little the Alpine has progressed this year, Alonso has done a stellar job all round. Ocon may have had the better start to the season and won in Hungary, but Alonso has generally had the advantage over his younger teammate. His restart and drive to 6th place in Baku was pure class, as was his mega start and eventual 7th in Silverstone, and his combative defence against Lewis Hamilton in Hungary was one of the moments of the season. With a bit more luck, he might have had a podium in Russia, and then of course he did finally grab a 3rd with his fine drive in Qatar. Overall, he's looked as wily as ever, with great racecraft and incredible speed. All that's missing is a little bit more pace in qualifying racing and a car that can challenge for wins. And I think should the stars align, we could see Alonso well and truly back in the mix next season. Alpine seem to be missing from a lot of discussions about 2022. Many expect Red Bull and Mercedes to be strong again, with Ferrari and McLaren and possibly Aston Martin joining the fight. But I'd expect Alpine to make a big leap forward next season. They've quietly gone about their work and have an upgraded engine in the pipeline that's a few years in the making. And even in his 40s, Alonso seems hungrier than ever for success. Whether they can get on terms with the big boys remains to be seen, but this reset for next year certainly gives them their best opportunity to be competitive in several years. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you like this video, please give us a like and a subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.